with you at the dig site.
Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, sir?
Give me a status report, Williams.
Oh, man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. Stress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Any idea what kind of enemy we're facing?
I think they're Geth.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
They must have come for the beacon. The dig site is close, just over that rise. It might still be there.
You're coming with us, Williams. We need that beacon.
Aye, aye, sir. It's time for payback.
Move out.
The beacon's at the far end of this trench. This is the dig site. The beacon was right here. It must have been moved.
By who? Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
We make for the camp.
It's just on the top of this ridge, up the ramps.
Change of plans, Shepard. There's a small spaceport up ahead. I want to check it out. I'll wait for you there.
Looks like they hit the camp hard.
It's a good place for an ambush. Keep your guard up. Oh god, they're still alive.
What did the Geth do to them?
Saren. Nihilus. This isn't your mission, Saren. What are you doing here?
The Council thought you could use some help on this one.
I wasn't expecting to find the Geth here. The situation's bad.
Don't worry. I've got it under control.
Nihilus.
A Turian? You know him?
He's a Spectre. He was with us on...
Something's moving, over behind those crates.
Wait! Don't shoot! I'm one of you! I'm human!
What are you doing sneaking around back there?
I'm sorry, I was hiding from those creatures. How? I saw what happened to that Turian. The other one.
You're saying Nihilus was murdered by a Turian?
The other one got here when your showed up. He called him Saren. I think they knew each other. Your friend seemed to relax. He let his guard down. And Saren killed him. Shot him right in the back. I'm just lucky he didn't see me behind the crates.
Where'd Saren go after he killed Nihilus?
He jumped on the cargo train and headed over to the other platform. Probably going after the beacon. I knew that beacon was trouble. Everything's gone to hell since we found it. First that damn mothership showed up, then the attack. They killed everyone. Everyone. If I hadn't been behind the crate, too.
We need to find that beacon before it's too late.
Take the cargo train. That's where the other Turian went. I can't stay here. I need to get away from all this.
charges. Destroy the entire colony. Leave no evidence that we were here.
Demolition charges. The Geth must have planted them.
Hurry! We need to find them all and shut them down!
Normandy, the beacon is
This
secure.
is
Request
amazing.
immediate...
Actual working Prothean technology.
It wasn't doing any of that when they dug it up. Something must have activated it.
Roger, Normandy. Standing by.
No, don't touch it! Too dangerous!
We identified the ship that touched down on Eden Prime, the Normandy, a human alliance vessel. It was under the command of Captain Anderson. They managed to save the colony.
And the beacon.
One of the humans may have used it.
This human must be eliminated.
Dr. Chakwas, I think he's waking up.
You had us worried there, Shepard. How are you feeling?
How did I end up here? How long was I out?
About 15 hours. Something happened down there with the beacon, I think.
It's my fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field. You had to push me out of the way.
Where's the beacon now? What happened to it?
The beacon exploded. A system overload, maybe. The blast knocked you cold. The lieutenant and I carried you back here to the ship.
What's the damage, Doctor?
Physically, you're fine. But I detected some unusual brain activity. Abnormal beta waves. I also noticed an increase in your rapid eye movement. Signs typically associated with intense streaming.
I saw... I'm not sure what I saw. Death? Destruction? Nothing's really clear.
I better add this to my report. It may... Oh, Captain Anderson.
How's our EXO holding up, Doctor?
Well, all the readings look normal. I'd say the commander's going fine.
Glad to hear it. Shepard, I need to see you. In private.
Aye, Captain. I'll be in the mess if you need me.
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander. Are you sure you're okay?
I'll live.
I won't lie. Things look bad. Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invading. The Council's going to want answers.
The Geth would have wiped out the whole colony if I hadn't stopped them.
I'll stand behind you and your report, Shepard. You're a damned hero in my books. That's not why I'm here. It's Saren, that other Turian. Saren's a Spectre, one of the best, a living legend. But if he's working with the Geth, it means he's gone rogue. A rogue Spectre's trouble. Saren's dangerous, and he hates humans.
He didn't come to Eden Prime because he hates humans.
You're right. Saren has allied himself with the Geth. I don't know how, I don't know why, but it had something to do with that beacon. You were there just before that beacon self-destructed. Did you see anything?
I saw us in...
We should be getting close. Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
Hey, Commander. I'm glad you're okay, Commander. Goodbye, Commander.
Glad to see you're okay, Commander.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Joker's waiting for you on the bridge, Commander.
Hey, Commander. No problem. Keep checking back. Looking for supplies?
Not right now, thanks.
No problem. Keep checking back. Looking for supplies?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
How often will you get new items?
Well, that depends on how many licenses you've purchased. But I'll rotate items on a regular basis regardless. Land someplace with a big enough port, I'll buy, sell, and trade whatever I can. Check back often. I need to move items quickly, so only the most basic items will be stocked consistently.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander. Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Glad to see you're okay, Commander.
Joker's waiting for you on the bridge, Commander.
Go speak to Joker when you're ready. Tell him to bring the Normandy into dock.
Glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough on the crew.
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
Ascension, flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why so touchy, Joker?
I'm just saying you need firepower too.
Look at that monster. Its main gun could rip through the barriers in any ship in the Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy. Clearance granted. You may begin your approach. Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower. Normandy out.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to Dock 422.
This is an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony?
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue
You
Spectre?
don't get... Just the ground team.
Saren's up.
EarthClan, you are in the wrong place, I think. Your ambassador is next door in the large office.
Chastising remark. Don't be so rude, Din. At least introduce yourself.
I am Din Korlak, Volus ambassador. Is there something I can do for you, EarthClan?
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Yes, yes. Good day, EarthClan.
Pleased greeting. Human, it is always good to see your kind. I am Ambassador Kalen. Genuine query. Is there something I can do for you this day?
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Sincere farewell. Good. Hello there, human.
I can't tell the aliens from the animals.
Welcome to the Presidium. Allow me to... Greetings and welcome to the Presidium. My name is Avina, and I am pleased to be your virtual guide throughout this level of the Citadel space station.
What does that mean?
I am a fully interactive virtual intelligence, programmed to provide spontaneous guidance at predetermined locations of interest throughout this level of the Citadel. I may also be contacted through any of the Presidium VI terminals, should you require assistance.
I'll pass.
I apologize if you found my service unsatisfactory. Please submit any complaints in writing to the Citadel board. Nice day.
Saren's hiding something. Give me more time. Stall them.
Stall the Council? Don't be ridiculous. Your investigation is over, Garrus.
Commander Shepard?
Come across anything I should know about?
But I know he's... Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to you. You don't want to keep the Council waiting.
Won't be joining the Council for years.
I'm not so sure. The humans are making us stronger.
Welcome to... On the far end of this level, you can see the Citadel Tower, where the Council meets regularly to discuss matters of interstellar importance.
What can you tell me about the Citadel
Originally, the Council consisted of representatives from the Asari and Solarians, the two dominant species. Roughly. Since then, the three Council races have worked together to ensure the peaceful coexistence of the galactic...
I want to know more about Citadel.
If you wish to learn more, Executor Palin's office is located...
I want to know more about
If you wish to learn more, Executor Palin's office is located in the CSEC headquarters.
Do you know anything about...
In this role, they are granted extraterritorial rights.
Tell me about the embassy.
The Vola. The most recently added embassy belongs to your own species, humanity.
Why were people trying to keep my species?
The Council gave a great deal of thought to this matter.
How come the Volas...
In recognition of their work to expand interstellar trade and establish a standardized galactic economy...
Do you know anything...
In this role, they are granted extraterritorial rights and jurisdictions.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, and thank you for using Avina. Please enjoy your visit to the Citadel. Welcome to Presidium Tour. Behind, to your left is... You may see keepers involved in various tasks throughout all levels of the Citadel. We ask that you do not The keepers are essential to the smooth operation of the Citadel, obstructing their daily...
Tell me about the Citadel Tower.
Housing both the council chambers and Citadel control, the tower is one of the most important buildings on the station. Access to these areas is restricted to those with the appropriate clearance.
Tell me about the relay monument.
Discovered. What is the meaning behind this? Or no one can say for sure.
That's all for now.
Thank you for using Avina. Have a pleasant day.
Isn't going to ask me any questions, are they?
I doubt it. We've made our reports. Now we just have to trust Ambassador Udina.
No, we don't, sir.
To keep the council waiting.
Already started. Come on.
The Geth attack is a matter of some concern, but there is nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any way.
The investigation by Citadel Security turned up no evidence to support your charge of treason.
An eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Eden...
And this must be your protege.
The mission
But what can you expect from a human?
Saren
Your species
has no right.
This meeting has no purpose. The humans are wasting.
Saren's...
What we
There is still one...
Are we allowed?
I agree.
Do you have anything else to add, Commander?
You've made your decision.
I'm glad
This meeting is adjourned.
Every colony we have...
We need to deal with Saren as a
What about That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report. Seems
Any idea?
You won't have to.
You can't just cut Captain.
The ambassador's... Harkin's probably getting drunk at Cora's Den. It's a dingy little club in the lower section of the wards.
I thought you said he was a drunken
Couldn't hurt
loser.
to go talk to him.
I should go.
Good luck, Shepard. I'll be over in the ambassador.
That guy's up to something.
What guy?
The one over by the Keeper.
What? Oh, no, I wasn't. Never mind. Yes, is there something you want?
Why are you so interested in
Keepers?
Don't get coy.
I'm not so sure I should be talking to you.
Just tell me what you're doing. I'm
All
not
right.
here to get...
I guess it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I'm using a... So far I've had mixed results. I find it...
Why were you being so
I'd like to do it more openly, but it's not really worth getting arrested over.
I could help you out.
I don't even know who you are.
I'm Commander Shepard, with the...
You'll need this. Activate. I'll even send a few credits your way for each unique...
What are you doing with the...
I'm a scientist.
I should get going.
Hello there, welcome to Moorland's famous shop. You want many good supplies, yeah? Oh, you will be pleased, I think. Very good things I have. You will see.
investigative journalist working here on the Citadel. Could I have a moment of your time?
What do you need?
I've been hunting. I was hoping.
Sounds like a good cop.
Thank you, Commander. Sorry, I'm kind of busy right now. So, what can I do for you?
What were you discussing with the Volt?
Sorry, I don't want to bore you with my problems.
I won't pry.
Drinks and dancing down below?
Welcome to Flux. Name's Doran. What can I do?
Is this a casino?
We've got some quasar stations, if you're interested.
Are you the owner?
We've got some quasar stations. Enjoy your time here at Flux.
I'm waiting for someone else.
guardsmen.
I got business here, but not with you.
Go away. I'm not interested in talking.
Not now. I'm watching the show.
Back off, Rex. Fist told us to take you down if you showed up. What are you waiting for? I'm standing right here. This is Fist's only chance. If he's smart, he'll take it. He's not coming out, Rex. End of story. This story is just beginning. Out of my way, humans. I have no quarrel with you.
What was that all about?
Who knows? Let's just try not to get caught in the middle.
The back rooms are private, reserved for Fist and his friends.
Who's Fist?
He owns this club, but the customers have to stay out front.
What did that other Krogan want? Rex?
Personal matter.
Not real chatty, is he?
Goodbye.
Enjoy the club.
Alliance military. I could have been a Marine, you know. Instead, I joined the goddamn Citadel security. Biggest mistake of my life.
I'm looking for a C-Sec officer.
Garrus? I know where Garrus is. You gotta tell me something first.
Is there something I should...
Cat screwed up his mission so bad they kicked him out. Of course, he blames Saren. Says the tour.
Just tell me where
Garrus was sniffing around Dr. Michelle's office.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, good. Go. Let me drink it,
Why didn't Captain Anderson tell us he used to be a Spectre?
Maybe it's not true. Larkin's an ass, and he's just messing with our heads.
Hello there. Welcome to Moorland's famous shop. You want many good supplies.
Goodbye.
Yes, all right then. Good tidings to you, human.
This one... Do you desire to learn of the Enkindlers? Or has the Honorable C-Sec officer enlisted assistance?
Why is the C-Sec officer...
The C-Sec officer requests a relical permit to spread the truth of the Enkindler.
Let me talk to the C-Sec.
This one would be most grateful for the assistance. Please let this one know if success is achieved.
Refuses to listen to reason. Why can't it act in an orderly and lawful manner?
You should be more tolerant. It's just trying to express its beliefs.
I am not unreasonable. The Hanar is free to spew its nonsense once it purchases an evangelical permit.
If you'd like, I could talk to the Hanar for you.
I have argued with the stubborn jelly all afternoon.
Has the CSEC officer been assuaged?
Is this really how you want to represent the Enkindlers?
The truth of the Enkindlers must be made known. They gave the Hanar language and gave the universe the mass relays. This one only wishes to spread the truth to any who will listen. There is no intent to cause trouble.
What if I purchase the evangelical permit for you?
Finances are only a partial limitation. This one does not believe that one should pay in order to speak the truth. However, this one also does not possess the 150 credits necessary to purchase the permit.
I'll be back.
This one will continue to spread its message.
Any progress with that Hanar?
Sorry, I'll let you know if I come up with something.
I don't care what the something is, as long as it rids me of the Hanar. Any progress with that Hanar?
I think you should...
Why should the jellies get special treatment?
If I purchase the evangelical...
As long as it stays...
If I purchase the evangelical...
As long as it stays in a...
I'll be back.
Area. I don't care what you have to do. Just get rid of that Hanar.
Of the recent attack on Eden Prime, many colonial investors are pulling their support for future projects. Proponents of expanded human colonization insist that Eden Prime was an ISIS. Nevertheless, colonist enrollment has dropped sharply. Many colonial proposals are on hold until backers have some reassurance that human colonies will be adequately protected. A Solarian excavation team has run into an unexpected problem after unearthing a Prothean dig site. Hanar protest dig site, claiming that artifacts of the Enkindlers, as the Hanar call them, should not be destroyed.
Nobody's allowed on the Normandy right now. Doing some routine maintenance. Sorry, Commander. Nobody's allowed on the Normandy right now. Doing some routine maintenance. Sorry, Commander. Nobody's allowed on the Normandy right now. Doing some routine maintenance.
So, Williams, you happy you signed on with Commander Shepard?
I'm not sure, Lieutenant. Every time I think I have a handle on things, the universe banks hard to port.
Helix has settled out of court with a Krogan group that had accused the Genetics Corporation of fraud. The Krogan group had contracted Binary Helix to perform studies with a long-range goal of curing their genetic sterilization.
Hey, I know you. You're Shepard, right? Torfin was a case study during my trip. It's an honor to meet you, Commander. What are you doing down here in the wards? Anything I can help you with?
Why'd you join?
It's kind of what C. You get to meet all kinds of cool aliens.
How do you like?
But I like that new club they just opened a few months ago. Flock?
What do you know?
Some of the. But if they were so bad, the council wouldn't.
I have to go.
Right. You're probably real busy. Well, see you around, Commander.
That was smart, Doug. Now if Garrus comes around, you stay smart. Keep your mouth shut or Who are you? Let her go.
Perfect timing, Shepard. Gave me a clear shot at that bastard.
What were you thinking? You could have hit the hostage.
There wasn't time to think. I just...
No,
I know those men threatened.
They work for... They wanted to...
What Quarian?
She asked me about the Shadow Broker. She wanted to...
Not anymore.
Feast to betray.
That Quarian must have something Saren wants. Something worth...
She must have something.
She did.
She must be able to link Saren to the Geth. There is no way the Council can ignore this.
Time we paid
This is your show, Shepard. But I want to bring Saren down as
Welcome
much
aboard, Garrus.
You know we aren't the only ones going after...
Yeah, we saw him in the bar.
We can handle this on our own.
I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't been there.
You're a doctor. How did you end up...
My father... I chose to keep the medical tradition alive, but not the military, fixing up...
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander. Nice talking to you.
This is where the action is.